Google Translate on my phone to the rescue. Hi, I'm Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique, and sometimes clients come in and English is not their first language and they really cannot communicate with me and I cannot communicate with them, and it's a bit of a problem. And so they often bring in a family member to translate. But here's what I find. People aren't really translating. So what'll happen is I will explain something and then the translator will be like, yeah, okay. I'm like, please translate. And they'll give like one or two words. Meanwhile, I've just, said a whole paragraph. And this was the case today where I had somebody come in. She brought her daughter with her, whose English also wasn't fantastic. And so I would say, okay, this, and this, and I would, speak for a few minutes, and I would say, and she wouldn't do anything. And I'd say, could you please translate? And she would give one or two words. And I was like, So I pulled out my phone and I pressed Google Translate. And boy, do I wish that this was sponsored by Google, but it's not. But I was able to say what I needed to say and then press the button and it would speak in this language and everybody understood. And on top of that, I could, ask a question, have the person speak into it, and then it would translate in English so I could understand. And it made for a much easier process for everybody involved, because I don't think the daughter was completely confident in her English language skills. So this allowed me to explain everything, make sure that she was happy with her purchases, with her breast prosthesis, with her mastectomy bras. She understood the return and exchange policy, which is no returns, no exchanges. Understand the assistive devices program, which is a Government of Ontario program. We were able to communicate really, really well. And I asked the daughter later, I said, is the translation pretty accurate? And she's like, yeah, it is. So I'm so excited for Google Translate. And I think it's really important too, just because you understand something, it doesn't mean that your parent or whoever it is that you're with, it's not important for them to understand. You have their best interest in mind, but they need to be informed. This is their body, their future, their life, their daily living. So, translation is super important, and people put a lot of trust in their family and friends who are translating. So don't skip out on the translation. Has that happened to you? Have you been in a situation where people have translated for you, but you're not really sure you're getting the full picture? Or like me, you are asking somebody to translate, the person who's come with your client, and it's not being translated fully. Let me know in the comments down below what you would do in that situation. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.